Hi, I'm Hope Witkowsky, your host of Senior Scene. Have you ever seen those TV commercials of grandparents with their grandkids having such a great time laughing? Well, today we're going to visit a grandmother and her two grandchildren. Then we're going to go visit a gentleman who volunteers at Torrance Unified School District in the 3rd grade, and we'll find out how he gets joys from his volunteerism.
Oh, that's a great scream. Those screams were turned into energy. It's very youthening.
Yeah,
I'm maybe 71, but I don't feel it. I feel like I'm still in my 40s. When we had our own children, and I walk with them and I run with them and we play and I sit on the floor. We roll around and I pick them up and toss them around, and it's just so joyful. And as you can hear, I love that sound.
That's Dale Corman, grandmother to Lincoln, 4.5, and Pearl, who is 2. She spends most of the weekends helping to care for her grandchildren as both of their parents work.
I'll be up in my internal clock at 6:15, and then I'll do all the things to get ready to go, eating breakfast and everything you need to do. And I'm out the door by 7:45, and I come here. And sometimes I'll take Lincoln to school, and sometimes I'll stay here with Pearlie. But sometimes we go to Jamboree, sometimes we go to other activities.
Dale doesn't feel her age. Part of it may be that she loves what she does, and that's care for her children's kids, a treat, she calls it, that not everyone gets to experience. And she's taking it in every minute of the day.
I just felt a calling, and I loved it from the very moment that I first started. So I really feel such a connection and a bond.
Anthropologist Margaret Mead once stated that connections between the generation are essential for the mutual health and stability of a nation. And despite how busy Dale and her husband Howard are with watching their grandkids throughout the week, they still make time for themselves.
I've been into nonprofit organizations for a long time, the Torrance Symphony and South Bay Community Concert. I would be doing a lot of fundraising, and that's not as pleasant as being on the floor with the grandkids, let me tell you, and watching them develop. It's just been amazing.
A wise woman told me that age is just a number, and I think my mom and my grandmother epitomized that. They have birthdays, they get older, but they don't let it get them down. They stay active, they eat well, they exercise, they hang out with my kids, and I think that keeps them young. I can only hope to be the same way when I'm a grandma.
Are you pretty? Are you a cow?
It is such a joy to see my mother and my grandmother with my kids. I think it keeps them young and happy. And I think for anyone who might not have grandkids, to get involved with the schools or to get involved with foster care kids, it's good for your heart and your soul. And I would just recommend doing it. It's so much fun.
If you're not as fortunate as Dale to have beautiful grandchildren to interact with, there are other ways you can still volunteer and reap the benefits of being around children. We dropped in at Walteria Elementary School's 3rd grade class to see volunteer Alfred Bernstein, who students fondly call Mr. Alfred. He made an impact on students at this school since 1999.
You can use fingers if you want. Okay, how many are left? 3. That's the answer. Good job.
Alfred is the official classroom volunteer in Miss Bravo's 3rd grade class. He's here Monday through Friday without ever missing a beat. He helps not only with reading, but math and other homework questions that the kids might have. He's become quite a namesake on this campus as one of the most fondly regarded volunteers.
Before I had Mr. Alfred, he was in Mrs. O'Brien's class,
Yes.
and my daughter, who's now in college, was in that class in 2nd grade, and she loved having him come, and I thought, I want to have him someday. And I did get him when that teacher retired.
he does act like a grandpa to me. He's really fun to, like, ask questions about him and him helping me. And 8765.
That's correct.
And then 2 minus 2 is 0, so it's 58 the answer.
That is the correct answer. Good work.
Alfred is fortunate to have his own grandchildren. He doesn't live close enough to see them often, so he decided he would help others closer by, including the kids here at Walteria Elementary School. He first started out as a volunteer once a week for a program called America Reads.
I know what convinced me to come to school more frequently. One of the children met me in a store and said, "Hello, Mr. Alfred," out of the public. I was amazed that they would even know my name or remember me. And somehow I got captured. I fell in love with coming to school.
At the age of 86, Alfred has rarely missed a day of school in the last 15 years. And while he helps hundreds of kids each year as a volunteer, he says it's the students who make his life much richer.
It's a personal thing that this is the most important thing in my life. I do it. They think that I'm generous, but it's really I'm doing it for myself because I enjoy it so much. And so it looks like from the other side that I'm generous and helpful. It's true, but I'm really doing it for myself because I get so much out of it.
He's very generous.
So whether you're a grandparent with your grandchildren close by, like Dale, or you choose to volunteer and help children at a local school, like Alfred, we saw the impact that older adults can make on our generations down. Being a grandparent has advantages to both our health and our happiness. I hope that you've learned from today's show that there are great opportunities for you out there. You can be a mentor to a child and really make a difference in their life, even if they're not your own grandchild. I'm Hope Witkowsky reminding you, knowledge, it's a powerful tool. Tune in next time for more secrets on successful aging.